Hey folks, welcome to another review. Today we'll be testing one of the biggest lenses I've ever seen, and that is like that size, the Canon's 28 to 70mm f2 RF lens. It's huge, it's nice, it has an awesome image quality. It's available at GM-Foto in Frankfurt, so make sure to stop by once if you're in Frankfurt for maybe holiday, whatever reason. And enjoy this video now. If you have any further questions, make sure to post a comment below. Let's start with a comparison. Here's the iPhone 8 Plus with the Canon EOS R next to it. The lens weighs 1,430 grams and currently costs about 3,300 euros. Attention! You cannot use the lens on a Canon DSLR. At the moment it's only suitable for the EOS R. The lens you can barely handle with one hand because it's just so big. Filters are not very cheap with 95mm thread. However, it will protect your front element from many kind of scratches. Despite the size, there is no optical image stabilizer. On one side there's a switch for autofocus and manual focus. The zoom and the focus ring have a very smooth running. Perfect for manual focusing, for example while filming. The third ring on the front element can be freely assigned via the EOS menu. For example, you can use it to change the ISO, aperture or shutter speed. Free according to your needs. Unfortunately, there is no distance indication on top anymore. Everything runs digitally over the monitor of your EOS R. I went with my friends to Frankfurt to test the lens. Unfortunately, the weather was not the best, but still okay to test the weather sealing of this lens and to get some good shots. We did not find any chromatic aberrations and we'll speak about vignetting soon. But first, we should think about for whom this lens is made for. Because you don't have a real wide angle, it's rather inappropriate for interior unless you have plenty of space. Taking photos outside is a better idea. You have consistently an aperture of f2.0, covered over all focal lengths. The smallest aperture is f22. Here are three examples for you. One at 28, at 50 and 70mm. So you know roughly how far you go. The photos are just so sharp, there's no space to complain. Since you know that this lens is not equipped with an image stabilizer, I still wanted to give you an example for 28 and 70mm while filming. We also skipped the digital IS. Let's have a look at other reasonable opportunities to test this lens. If you're in Frankfurt, make sure to stop at Café Under Pressure, one of the best coffee houses I know. We were here to test the minimum focus distance at just 39 centimeters. At 70mm you can isolate the fore from the background with a stunning soft bokeh. Thanks to Dunja for the spontaneous modeling. We were at the city center in Frankfurt and thought the lens was pretty good for portraits. I mean, you have a 35, a 50 and a 70mm with a continuous aperture of f2.0. Taking photos and videos using the fastest aperture of f2 will blur out the background completely with such a soft bokeh. We noticed such a fast and precise focusing using the lens on the EOS R. In Lightroom we added an image look to all photos, but we did not do any post-sharpening. For the purpose of a portrait shooting, of course, we have taken all photos at f2. Great lens for weddings and portrait shootings. Here are some examples of the autofocus system. In our case we have enabled the face tracking and you can see how fast the lens with the EOS R can hold and find the focus. With the MJPEG codec in 4K you have the opportunity to get 8-megapixel image files from your video sequences, even if you damp the memory of your SD card super fast. If you prefer to take photos using the touch display of your EOS R, the camera does not need a second to switch from the fore to the background and vice versa. Even in low light, a perfect companion for such shots, with the minor disadvantage that the lens is super heavy. There was something else with dark edges. Sure, with an aperture of f2 you will always have some vignetting. Not so bad that you would not have the problem under control in a few seconds using Adobe Lightroom. But you have to live with it until approximately f4. One thing the lens can do very well is taking sharp photos. Taking photos at its widest aperture, the photos are looking so sharp from edge to edge. To be honest with you, I don't really see any significant improvement in terms of sharpness while stopping down, since the lens takes crystal clear photos wide open already. The photos can be found in the video description for download. A great combination with the EOS R. Buying a lens for more than 3K, I guess you have better things to do than vlogging yourself with a heavy 28mm lens. So, no good idea. Let's get to the best part at the end. As you have seen already, the bokeh does look fantastic. 9 aperture blades will deliver the so loved bokeh balls. Such a great lens to isolate your portraits, products and for filming. In combination with the EOS R, a great combination for all shots under natural light. Let's make a cut here and summarize. What a lens! In any case an eye-catcher, no matter what you're photographing or filming. You cover almost all important focal lengths except for a wide angle. Ideal for filming, reports, portraits and of course weddings under natural light. The autofocus is amazingly fast, the bokeh looks nice, the sharpness is hard to beat. Sticking point would be just the weight and the missing 4mm for focal length downwards. Many photos are available for download in the video description. The lens is available at Frankfurt's best camera store GM-Foto. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram because you see what comes next. Are you using this lens already? Make sure to post a comment below for what occasion you're using it. Bye for now and thank you for watching.